Hello, YTPC. Before I forget, the names that I was trying to remember yesterday was Piper underscore Okie, like oak tree E-Y. And then Easy Ember. Easy Embers. Or Ember or Embers. You guys should go check them out. I've just been doing some gardening today, and I let it get way too far gone. Took Luna for a walk this morning. And then I gotta drive my buddy to pick up his car before too long here, I think. Shameless Dr. Pepper plug. Again, you guys should sponsor us. Not a whole lot going on other than that. Sorry about the weird camera angle. You guys are on the back of my pickup right now on a weird stand that I bought off of Amazon. Still thoroughly enjoying this blend or mix. It's not a blend, I guess, because it wasn't made from individual strains of leaves. It came from already blended stuff, so I guess it would be a mix. I don't know how that. I don't know how the terminology falls in under that. My beard is annoying because it stops growing about right here on this side, but this side keeps growing, so I gotta trim that soon, or just have one really long side and be weird. I feel like I'm already weird with the way I let my mustache go and everything else. You guys get to see my my nice male pattern balding today. The hat I was wearing while gardening is absolutely soaked. So I have a handful of Merlin caps that I use if I'm gonna be sweating. They're amazing. You just sweat in them, and then you literally just turn the water on your sink on and use Dawn and your hand and wash them, and then you just set them and dry them. You don't have to throw them in the washer or anything, and they maintain the shape, which is nice. So when I was going through chemo, or right before going through chemo, I had a good friend, Ryan Allen. He has since passed of leukemia, but he was a godsend. He was one of the best people I've ever, if not the best person I've ever known. He had leukemia several times before I ended up getting lymphoma, and he always had this like wispy goatee right here, and it was just he was just hanging on to it for dear life. And it always looked so bad. and and I remember when I started going through chemo, I was like, oh man, I had a beard um, at 19. I mean, I've had a beard since 16, somewhere about there. Um, Apologies, had to relight. Mm, I love this blend. Mix, whatever. Um, I decided to shave my beard because I was like, I don't want to have a wispy deal going on, you know. So I shaved my beard, and then started going through chemo, and my beard grew back in while going through chemo, just as full. Um, and then the only hair that I lost at 19 years old was this, and my armpit hair. This never grew back in. Um, None of the men in my family are bald like me. So I got the luck of the draw on that one. Um, my older cousins, they're receding a little bit, but not like me. Um, and on my dad's side of the family, I know hair comes. Sorry, I had to pause that. There was a car coming through the alley. I know. I know hair is supposed to come from your mom's side in terms of balding and whatnot. And my grandfather wasn't even as bad as me when he was 90 years old. He had a comb over. Um, and I didn't know that until I was 12, 13 years old. He was outside. My grandparents had this pond, and he was bending down to work in the pond. You guys can't see my hands. He was bending down to like work in the pond, and when he was bent over, out of nowhere, a gust of wind came, and his comb over went, and without missing a beat, he went, and then went right back to working. And I was standing there, and I was like, oh, 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 what did you see? What just happened? Because I had no idea. Um, and then I turned, and one of my cousins was standing there, and he was just like, oh. So we got to share that moment. That was amazing. I lost my armpit hair, like I said. That grew back, unfortunately. Um, or fortunately, I don't know. But when I was 19, 18, 17, in those years, up until 20, 21 or 22, I was a punker. And I listened to punk music and metal and whatnot. And I used to wear these shirts that were like cut off, right, like, at the shoulder. And I remember I'd be out somewhere and I'd do this, and I'd lift my arm up, and you could see that I had no hair. So it looked like I was shaving my armpits, and people would give me the weirdest looks. And I'd have to be like, I was self-conscious about it. So I'd be like, oh, dude, I'm going through chemo. It's not, I don't shave them. They fell out. Which always led to them being like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'd always be like, oh, don't be. Like, it's great. The painkillers are amazing. Like, I recommend it. You get weird looks for that one. So yeah, just wanted to jump on some point today because, like I said, my personal challenge is me trying to do a video a day. I've already enjoyed several pipes of this today. Now I get to enjoy it. You guys keep seeing this, but I'm just gonna keep forcing you to see it because, Lord, is it beautiful. Is there better lighting out here? No, maybe? I love this thing. Chad at Griffin Pipes. He's on YouTube. If you're following me and you're not following him, you should be following him. And then, like I said, Piper_Okie. He's new to all this as well. He's doing a great job, and he's in the same boat as me with the camera thing. You know, like you turn on the camera and you kind of get gun shy. So make sure you guys check him out, follow. And then Easy Ember is another one. You know, my night was such a blur last night while I was trying to get my computer reset up and everything, and I was trying to go through everyone's videos that I don't remember if I was able to go through and watch all of Easy Ember's videos or not. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have a few today that I can watch. I'm sure I'm gonna have a bunch of other videos to check and enjoy watching later on. Relax, especially for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna enjoy some pipes. Maybe I'll set up a chair in my front yard and yell at kids that are walking by, you know? Tell them to stay off my lawn after all the work I just put in. Would that be too codgery? Also, I think we should all give a win or lose. Anybody who's doing this, anybody who's watching the challenge, anybody who's done the challenge before, you guys should thank, myself included, not me. I should be thanking Paladin Piper as well, Pat. I cannot imagine how crazy it is having to go through all of the videos. That's a lot of time. Like, I feel like for all of April, Pat's probably just watching. He gets home and he's just watching videos, or hopefully works from home maybe, and he's able to kind of relax and do his job or whatever while watching, hopefully, just to kind of cut the time crunch for him some. But yeah, I've got a handful that I always stay on, and then there's other ones that I have to wait, and I have to go back on like a weekend or something when I have time, and then check it out, you know, and then go through more videos. And to be honest, I'm not even that busy of a person, so I think that's all I got for today. Yeah, I'm at 15 minutes. All right, why don't we end it here? Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your pipes. God bless.